Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we will be going through the highest common factors and the lowest common multiples for the GCSE 9-1 Maths, specifically for the AQA and Edexcel exam board. So let's get right into it. First we look at the highest common factor. This is, as by the name, it is the highest factor of the given numbers. So the basic method to do this will just be to write out the factors. Taking 32 and 24 for example, we will write out the factors of each number. 32 has factors 32 and 1, 16 and 2, 8 and 4. 24 has factors 24 and 1, 12 and 2, 8 and 3, 4 and 6. So looking at our list of factors, we will just looking for the highest number that is in both lists, which we can see is 8. So the highest common factor is 8. We will go through the lowest common multiple now. However, we will come back to this since there is a very neat method that we can use to find out the highest common factor and lowest common multiples using prime factors. Before that though, lowest common multiple. As by the name again of given numbers, it is the lowest multiple that all the numbers share. So let's take 7, 4 and 14. We will again write out a reasonable number of multiples. We shall list them 7 up to 70, 4 up to 60 and 14 up to 70. So we now look for the lowest number in that list that is in all the lists, which we can see is 28. So the lowest common multiple is 28. Now let's get into a better method to find these numbers. We use prime factors. Every number can be written as a product of the prime factors. Prime factors will be the factors of a number that are also prime numbers. So first, listing the first few prime numbers, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23. Let's run through an example and how I believe the best way to write out something as a product of prime factors. So let's take 1428. Now we can see it's even, so it's divisible by 2. So we write 2 and then the result next to it, 714. It is even once again, so we can divide by 2 to give 357. Now 357 is divisible by 3, so we write 3 and the result 119. Now 119 is divisible by 7, so 7 and the result 17. Then, since 17 is a prime number, we can write 17 and 1. That is the diagram. So the prime factors, we combine and multiply all the numbers on the left column together, gives 1428 equals 2 to the power of 2 times 3 times 7 times 17. Now we want to do that, but for every number we have. So let's take 24, 36 and 60. We will write out the diagrams for all of these and write all three numbers as a product of prime factors. This should all make sense and I will write all of these down. If not, make sure to go back in the video to really understand how I got these prime factors. Okay, so now is this neat trick. You can write the highest common factors by multiplying all the common prime factors together. So for this we can see that each number has a factor of 2 at least twice in it and 1 of multiple of 3. No other factor is common, so you multiply 2 twice and times by 3 to get 12, which is our highest common factor. Next, the trick for lowest common multiple is taking all the prime factors that appear. So this will be taking the highest power of each factor from each of the numbers. So first we look at the factors of 2. The highest is a 2 to the power of 3, which is in 24. Then 3 has the highest power at 2 for 36. And then the highest 5 is just power 1 for 60. So take all of these numbers and powers and multiply them together. So 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 2 times 5, which gives 360. So 360 is our lowest common multiple. Perfect. I hope that all makes sense. So let's test your knowledge with a quick quiz. The last question will be a little longer. First, what is the highest common factor of 18 and 30? What is the lowest common multiple of 18 and 30? What are the prime factors of 140? And finally, a little longer question, what is the highest common factor and lowest common multiple of 18, 24 and 30? All answers to these questions will be in the comments, so make sure to head down there and see how you did. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe to support the channel, and I hope to see you in another video.